Well, you can't say it's boring being a Welsh rugby fan. There's always something going on, and today is no different. A massive, stunning news that Rees-Zammit is quitting rugby and he's going to go and attempt to be an NFL player. This has literally come out like a bolt from the blue. Apparently, nobody knew this was happening, not even Warren Gatland. Apparently, an hour before Gatland found out before his press conference, and he's had to change things up now. Yeah, it's crazy. Apparently, it was a sort of last minute thing. An opportunity arose for Rees-Zammit, and Gloucester agreed to release him, and off he goes. Yeah, this is crazy. He's not the first rugby player to have done this. We had Jared Hayne, Christian Wade also did the same thing, went to Buffalo Bills. Neither of them really managed to make it. It's so difficult transitioning to a game where people have been playing their whole lives. Imagine an American footballer coming at the age of 22 or whatever to try and become a professional rugby player. It's a completely different game. But apparently it's always been a dream of his, so, it's fair enough. His dad used to play American football, according to him. And he's come out with an interview. He said, "I think it's just timing the International Player Pathway, which is an initiative that the NFL does to bring foreign players through rather than just having American talent, so they can build up the profile of American football in other countries." So they've got this special player pathway where they try and develop other athletes from other sports to come through and play NFL. So he says the International Player Pathway is in January, and it just so happens to be in February when the Six Nations is. "I think it's now perfect timing. With my age, I'm picking up a new sport. It's nothing about rugby. It's just my ambition to make my dream come true and play in the National Football League. As a little boy, my dad always brought me up to be an NFL fan. He used to play American football, and it's about continuing his legacy and making him proud." So yeah, it seems like it's all happening. It's crazy. He carries on and says, "I fly to Florida on Friday, and then it's a 10-week intensive camp. And at the end of 10 weeks, basically, I found out if I'm good enough to be in the team and if anyone wants me." No doubt someone will pick him up for one of their active rosters, because they have big 52-man squads, and then they also have I think it's 8 players on the side as training players who can come in and out of the squad if necessary. So someone will have a look at him with his just raw talent. I mean, he's just got the pure athleticism to probably succeed at American football. Whether he will is another question. He's joining an elite league of the best players in that sport. So, I mean, it's disappointing. As with my Welsh rugby hat on, I'm very disappointed and quite sad and annoyed, not at him, but annoyed that he's going. But if I took my hat off and just looked at it objectively, if it's always been his dream and an opportunity came out of nowhere which he wasn't expecting, then fair enough to go for it. I mean, where would you rather be, Gloucester or Florida? When you think of it like that, at the end of the day, it's just an opportunity to go to the player pathway camp, like you said, 10 weeks. And then who knows, he might not get picked up and he might get back into rugby. But there's been a lot of news swirling around him recently of potentially going to Japan or a big money move to France. I myself thought he was just going to go to France. I know the talk was that he was favourite to go to Japan, but I think he was just going to end up in France and play out there and make some big money for one of the big French teams, maybe win a European Cup. But yeah, I don't think this was something that was even on his radar. So you can say he's just taking an opportunity, and that's fair enough to him. Yeah, it just seems like all of a bit of a mess, and disappointing that one of Wales's biggest stars is going to be leaving. And I think this sort of suits him a little bit. He seems like he wants to be something more than just a rugby player, and I guess the profiles of the NFL players are bigger over there. But if this suits him, I don't know how it's gonna go, because we've seen in that documentary that he was part of that he's very, very close to his family. So whether they're gonna move over there with him or what, we don't know. But that's by the by. It's a big loss for Welsh rugby, but a good opportunity for him. So I wish him the best of luck, and I hope he succeeds. And if he doesn't, I'm sure there's plenty of clubs that will be willing suitors to bring him back to rugby if that is something that he wants to do. So yeah, good luck. Crazy news. Welsh rugby never fails to disappoint with the drama, does it? That's all from me. I'll catch you on the next one.